Communication Error.
Welcome to episode 98 of Communication Error, a gaming debate podcast where we may not always agree, but if we listen to what one another has to say, maybe we'll be able to fix our communication error. I'm one of your hosts, Cheesy, and the man who I've not seen in, a week, 2 weeks?
2 weeks. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
John Ebo, how you doing?
We have not been very consistent lately. We came
Yeah.
back after, we went off for like a month, and then came back for 1 or 2 episodes, and then disappeared again.
So I will take the L on this one because I was sick the last time that we recorded, and then we were supposed to record with Drip and Jeeb, which I was the one that reached out to them, and I couldn't do it.
That went
And
very well.
I heard a little bit about it, yeah. I feel like I'm still kind of sick. Like I still am getting like phlegm, and sometimes I lose breath and I have to cough. It's really weird. I've never had it.
I got sick like last week,
Mhm.
or maybe 2 weeks now. But I've just been congested and sneezing a lot, and it might be allergies. Maybe it's allergies, or maybe
Yeah,
I'm dying.
or you're-
I don't know. I'm not
That
going
was
to go
gonna
to the
be my
doctor to
second
find
guess.
out. I'm definitely not going
Yeah,
to
you
find out.
just check WebMD and you'll figure out the answer. No, and then the other one was I got promoted last week, and so my boss took me out, and I was
GGs.
like,
GG's
I'm
in the
not-
chat.
not recording. So
Where did you go to eat?
Buffalo Wild Wings,
B-dubs.
which I feel like is okay, if I'm being honest. I feel like I like the idea of it, but I don't know. It just doesn't hit. They're super expensive too.
Yeah, there's one near me, and one day I'm like, I just want some wings, and let's go to B-dubs, and Kelsey agreed, surprisingly, and we both regretted it. We're never going there again.
Yeah, I feel like there's just better wing places.
Yeah, even like a, I don't know, Italian shop or let's just have
What's Italian shop?
or no, just like we go to an Italian place where we get pizza, and they have really good wings.
I thought this was like a Philly thing.
Oh, no,
the place is
no.
called Italian shop,
I mean, there probably is.
and they serve wings.
Yeah, probably. Speaking of Philly, the NBA is rigged, and Philly did not win the lottery.
Yeah, man. Okay. Let me get on my soapbox real quick. I find it kind of suspicious that, and this is coming from a NBA fan, I find it suspicious that Dallas Mavericks got rid of Luka to the Lakers, where they weren't allowed to talk to anybody else. The Lakers were just like, no, we're good. Just keep it on the hush hush, and we'll take care of the problem. So they didn't even go around the horn and see if anybody else wants to trade for Luka. And then not only did we find out that Dallas is getting the number 1 pick in the NBA lottery, or they got the number 1 pick, but I don't know if you know this, the Dallas Wings in the WNBA also got the first pick of this year's draft. And they got Paige Beckers.
How does the lottery work?
You go to bingo.
Oh, okay.
And
They
they
pick your okay.
Yeah,
Well, so
they got
I've been
bingo
I've been
balls.
listening to sports radio, and the Sixers were in the lottery, I guess, right? Like they had
Yeah.
a chance to get the number 1 pick, and and a lot of the commentators were like, yeah, they have a pretty good chance to get number 1 pick because the NBA is rigged, and they want to give it to a large market, like a big market team. They don't want to give it to like Utah or Charlotte because nobody's going to care about that team. So they were saying, it was probably between Dallas and Philadelphia.
Yeah, but why Dallas? They were in the play-in this year.
The play-in.
Yeah, so they were close to getting in the playoffs.
I mean,
Where
every team.
Sixers,
don't they allow 30 teams in the playoffs?
What happened to the Sixers, man?
Joel Embiid happened to the Sixers.
See, this is my point. Yeah, I don't get it. And if you've seen Adam Silver, who is the commissioner of or the president of the NBA, he just reminds me of Slugworth from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Which one's
So if you know, yeah, Slugworth is the guy.
Is he the one that bought all the candy for the daughter?
He's the one that. No, he's the one that goes around to all the kids and is like, "Hey, if you give me the secret recipe to the gum stopper."
Okay, yeah. Okay, I remember now.
It's I'm weird. Sure, that's him in the movie.
It's weird because you mentioned that, and if Jeeb's listening, Kelsey. So Pokemon cards has been a big thing for me lately, and there's a post about somebody in FaZe Clan that spent like $30,000 to get one of the rarest cards out there. And
yeah, I saw this post.
She said something like, "This is why Willy Wonka would never work in the real world, because people like grown men would just buy all the candy to get the ticket." Yeah. And Jeeb said something that I guess I didn't remember this, but I guess the dad of Veruca, I think it's Veruca, bought a bunch of candy bars just so they could find the ticket.
Yeah. And he has like, if you remember the scene, there's a factory of people that are just opening up.
Yeah, okay. I remember it now. Once he mentioned it, but I couldn't put it. But it would be all of that. Like Charlie would not get a ticket.
Yeah.
Or somebody would pay him like $2 million to get that ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a scene. I don't know why we're talking about it so much, but there's a scene in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory where the teacher is doing like these math equations, and I feel like if you listen to it, you would be able to solve it. But like he's trying to figure out like how many wrappers did you open up, or how many candies did you open up, and what's the probability of getting a golden ticket? And then I think Charlie says that he has opened up 2. If I remember correctly, he does open up one that isn't a golden ticket, and then he opens up another one. But then the teacher is like, 2? I can't do 2. And it's like, what kind of math teacher are you?
Yeah. Well, okay. Weird. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Or was that one?
No, so that's Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. Charlie in the Chocolate Factory is Johnny Depp.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And that one is spooky and scary and weird.
Tim Burton.
Yeah. The first one's weird too, but like this one's like I feel uncomfortable.
All right. Enough of that. Stop.
I'm sure it's going to circle back around somehow.
We have some server maintenance. Leave 5-star reviews on Apple, Spotify, leave comments on YouTube. Maybe eventually we'll actually do a community patch notes episode. Who knows? Join the Discord. But we did get a new 5-star review.
Ooh.
It's awesome. This is from Pikachu 906.
Cool.
This is an amazing podcast. Hearing Johnnybo and Cheesy's opinions are always fun to listen to. I have 2 questions for the host of the show, but I think there's actually 3. 3 questions here. That's bad math.
Ooh.
I have 2 questions for the host of the shows.
2? Can't do 2.
What is your favorite video game? Both of you have to answer. So
Okay.
what's your favorite video game?
Off the top of my head, like without even thinking about it, I probably would say Banjo-Kazooie.
Solid.
Yeah.
It's sad what happened to that franchise.
I know, and they still could do so much with it.
Mine, it's so hard to pick one. Because, I've been playing video games for 30 years.
Yeah, but I don't think you think about it. It's just the first one that pops to your head. Like, that's the one that means the most to you.
I think Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild, number 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That just changed my whole opinion on open world games and Legend of Zelda in particular. And I honestly, I really can't wait to play that again in 4K, 60 FPS. That's going to be incredible. Okay, that was the first question.
Okay.
This one's not really a question. But 2, please report back on Block Blast. We are waiting.
Oh my god.
So
That's so funny.
so after that show, after the mobile gaming show, well, for people that don't know, we were talking about mobile games, and Block Blast apparently is one of the most popular games. We looked it up, and after that show, we both downloaded the game, and I
Yeah.
only played it that 5 minutes after the show. I did not
I
play it
definitely
after that.
I definitely have played it more. Um However, I'm not like super into it the way that other people are. And I remember when we were playing it after the show, we tried losing on purpose because it seems like you can just put
Yeah,
the blocks anywhere because they want you to win and keep going. Like obviously there is a part where it's like, you can't put that block there, you lose. But it's like they purposely are giving you blocks so you can find where it needs to go to be able to win. Um, my high score is 2,703. So I can tell you that that is a very low score considering my wife Hannah has like 16,000.
I think I deleted it. I did delete it. I don't
Well, there's
remember what
your
my
update.
score was. I don't remember what my score was. But I only
I
played. I only
think
did like the survival like
Mhm.
once or twice, and then there was also that
Classic.
other mode that was like the season or whatever it was called, where it had
Yeah,
challenges.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it
So
was free. I mean, I didn't. I didn't feel like I had to spend money on it.
yeah, because that was the experiment. Is we were trying to see if you like once you lose, like do you have to pay more lives? I feel like it's not a very good game. I feel like it's an okay game. It's a playing game. You know, like if you're on the plane or just like
Yeah. It's a
waiting,
toilet game. It's a
that's
pooper shooter.
there. Yeah, yeah.
Does your
Nope.
wife still play it?
Oh, constantly. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Well, that's the
yeah.
update. I didn't play it very much, and Cheesy hasn't played it very much. If it's your favorite game,
Mhm.
you need to play other games. Anyway, number 3, which is the bonus question.
Okay.
What is the thing you are most excited for the Nintendo Switch 2?
Um, this sounds like such a bad answer coming from me, but it's got to be Splatoon 4. Like, I'm just excited to see what that is. I'm excited to see how mouse controls work, if that's actually something I'm going to use, where the story is going. Any new game modes would be awesome because we really didn't get any new, like, multiplayer game modes for Splatoon 3. And there were even some that were rumored in Splatoon 2, like data mined. So it's kind of weird that we didn't get more of that. But yeah, I don't know. I guess also to see how much I use game chat and not like just Discord or Instagram
You
or
gotta do it. You
anything
gotta do it for
else.
the memes.
I'm not getting a camera, but
You gotta do it for the memes.
yeah. What about you?
I'm excited for it just to come out. Like I'm just
Yeah.
excited for it to be out. I mean, we've had the Nintendo Switch for 8 years, and it's
Mhm.
definitely showing its age. I'm really excited for a new Mario Kart. Like new entries in their flag or tentpole titles is very exciting
Yeah.
to me. So new Mario Kart, 3D Mario's got to come eventually. I'm
Yeah.
hoping at the end of the year. Yeah, Splatoon to see what they do with that. Animal Crossing, Smash
Yeah.
Brothers, like all their
Like,
tentpole titles. I've been
yeah.
waiting. We've been waiting so long for a new entry that I'm ready. I'm ready. And Welcome
I'm
Tour
even
because that's gonna be dope.
I'm even thinking about Pikmin and like how well the mouse controls are going to use or like
Yes,
how well they should be used in
I
Pikmin.
I think they're not. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't shown an update for Pikmin 4 or even Pikmin 3 or even any
Yeah.
all of the Pikmins for
Yeah.
mouse controls because yeah, that
Yeah,
one's
and maybe
perfect.
that's down the road.
And like even Mario Maker, I think Mario
Yeah.
Maker would make sense for
I
mouse
feel
controls.
I just feel like they really have not done a great job of showing off mouse controls. Like they said that it's there,
They just showed it in
and
the app the other day.
yeah, but what on the home screen?
Yeah, on the home screen. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm still just not on board with it. I do want to talk about Mario Kart just real quick because I know that we've talked about it before. I really think people are downplaying the open world aspect of it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Think about going on a road trip with all your friends. It's also Nintendo, so you know you're gonna find some like hidden secrets or areas or collectibles, or there's probably some quests. And if I'm up playing it, fine, but like I'm just excited. As soon as I saw Mario like jet skiing across the ocean, where else can I go? That's incredible.
I saw a video. I don't. This might be spoilers. I don't know. It's not even out yet. But I saw a video where you know how what's that track? It was like a sun. Oh God, it's
Oh
on
yes,
Mario Kart 8. It's Sunday
yes,
something.
Skyway
Skyway,
someday.
or yeah, something like that. But you could
We're
go.
so close.
You could go under it. You could go under the track, like
Uh huh.
in the open world, which
Yeah.
you explore under there. So
Yeah.
there's gonna be a lot of stuff. I think I said this before. I have full confidence that that game is going to be incredible. It's going to be amazing. It's made by
Yeah.
Nintendo's like top team. Like
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it at all. I think what people or what has happened is the pricing has overshadowed everything,
Hmm.
and people aren't really talking about like what the game actually is. They're just upset
Yeah.
about the pricing. I'm actually on Nintendo Haterade TikTok right now, and people are like, and also it's really annoying because they're just wrong about things. Like everybody keeps saying $80 digital, $90 physical, which is incorrect.
Right.
They're both the same price. And also, everybody thinks that like there's no actual data on the cartridge for every Nintendo Switch 2 game. But that's wrong because it's only the game key ones,
Hmm.
and the Nintendo ones like Mario Kart and Donkey Kong have all the data on the cartridge. So
Yeah.
people, maybe it's just rage bait, but it's annoying me.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the internet these days.
Yeah, exactly. Final. This is the last thing on here. It says this podcast is awesome, so keep up the great work. So thank you, Pikachu 906.
Thank you. Yeah,
Now we're
that was an
18
awesome
minutes
review.
in. Oh my god, almost 18 minutes in. And we haven't gotten to the kind of.
Well,
The
I don't even know what we're talking about tonight, so this is perfect.
we're talking about console wars, and it's
Oh,
over.
jeez.
It's over.
Oh, it's over now.
The war
We've,
is over. We
Cease
could-
fire.
Yeah. But no, I thought it would be interesting to talk about just I guess the state of the consoles and where everything's at, because there's been some updates for like Xbox and how that they're kind of moving away from the console space, and they're
Yep.
becoming more into like a third party development publisher, stuff like that. Like we just saw Gears of War get announced for PlayStation. Forza was just released on PlayStation. Indiana Jones, Doom is a Xbox IP that's coming to PlayStation. Oblivion, like Xbox is now turning into a big third-party publisher. So does that mean PlayStation won? Did they win the console war?
Where does Nintendo fit into all this?
Nobody
Like, are
cares
they the-
about Nintendo. Yeah, that's funny because like we're two Nintendo fanboys, and whenever I see stuff about these console wars, they never include Nintendo. Like they never talk about Nintendo in the conversation.
Which I mean, I think Nintendo is just on the side. Like, that's fine.
Well,
Like-
I think it's funny because PlayStation and Xbox are always competing for second place,
Yeah.
especially now. Like Nintendo is top of the space. I would think like it has the highest selling console out of all of them right now. All their games outsell everything they have that PlayStation and Xbox have.
Mhm.
Like,
I guess would the would they be the winner? PlayStation, would they be the winner if Microsoft is the third party publisher right now, like you said? So they are handing all of their games to PlayStation. It almost
essentially, yeah.
feels like it kind of feels like maybe Xbox won. Like maybe not the console part of it,
But like the
but
games.
yeah, because it's like you guys need some help. I'm on my way, you know, like
Yeah, that is funny. Like when I see these posts about like PlayStation's one or PlayStation's on top, and like all because all these games are coming over to PlayStation from Xbox, and it's like, I mean, if you buy one of those games, then you're paying Xbox.
right.
So who really won in that situation?
But PlayStation still has a console, but everything is going to be at Xbox. So it's like like does that count as a console if you turn everything like my fridge, not that I have a fancy fridge, but like if I was able to play like Gears of War on my fridge, is that a console? You know?
Sorry, I had to mute myself out of cough. My bad.
Nah, you're
Um,
good.
yeah, well, I think Xbox is going more for like an overall brand
Yeah.
now instead of the box itself.
Yeah.
Because we've seen them do things like they put their Game Pass app on Amazon Fire Stick, and
Hmm.
you can play it on your phone. So, and we know the box, like Xbox, is not selling as well as PlayStation. It's selling like, I think it sold like 20 million units compared
Hmm.
to PlayStation's like 70 million units right now. And then Nintendo's at 150. So it's also going to be funny when Switch 2 sells 15 million units in the first year and almost outsells Xbox
Yeah.
already. And Xbox just announced price increases for their consoles
Hmm.
and games. So,
I'm okay. I'm very curious to see where video games are going in the Switch 2 era because I really do feel like it's a different time than it was in 2017. Um the Switch was really big, and then we got, Microsoft was doing some pretty big things. PlayStation was doing great things. But now I just feel like gaming is in such a deep hole that they can't get out of, and it's hurting everyone.
what do you mean? Like, what's the deep hole?
Like just layoffs, budget, um games not being completed on time, or they are completed and they're just a buggy mess.
So I think yeah, I am interested to see what Switch 2, like what this era coming in. Like, I'm really interested to see if Switch 2 actually is successful, because a lot of people don't think it's going to be. Which, pre-order numbers are pre-order numbers. They could do really well, but it
Mhm.
could be misleading.
Mhm.
But everything, the cost of everything is going up, and the barrier of entry for console gaming is getting higher. So there's going to
Mhm.
be less people that can have access to these things.
Yeah.
Like, a Switch back in 2017, $300, in 2025 are at 450. So that might be in our, the wages are stagnant
Mhm.
from 2017 to 2025. So like, even though with
Mhm.
inflation the price makes sense, but with our wages and household income, it there's a disconnect. So less people are going to be able to buy it, and
Mhm.
less people are going to be able to buy these games, which will cause more companies to lay off their teams.
Mhm.
Like well, Grand Theft Auto 6 just got delayed.
Yeah. Okay. And it's so tough because yeah, it got delayed again. Again? I mean,
They
it's
said
been
it was going
13
to be in
years. So,
2025.
right.
So if it's not in 2025, that's a delay for sure.
Yeah, but I can't remember if they like said it was going to come out before 2025
Oh,
because
I
again
don't
would
remember.
imply
Yeah.
that it's been twice. But anyway, that was kind of a bummer. And then they showed the trailer for it and you're like, "Man, they are cooking over there."
They are. Yeah,
Like
it
this is
looks good. It looks like real life. Like
yeah.
I remember like back in I remember this back in GameCube when I got the GameCube and I got Madden on the GameCube.
Mhm. Uh-huh.
My dad was like, "Oh my god, it looks so realistic."
Yeah.
And then you compare that to what GTA looks like. It's like, "Oh my like
Yeah.
that's going to blow people's minds." That is the kind of like graphics that people are expecting, like will expect.
But they're so unnecessary too. Like I saw a video that was like the beer, there was like a beer on a table and it had bubbles that were floating up. And it's like that is not we don't need that, but the fact that they added it in there is just
It
all that little attention to detail is incredible.
like that's awesome. That's really cool. Like I think it's really cool that we could see a game that can do that.
Hmm.
But hopefully, you know, if people that are playing GTA 6 when it comes out next year, maybe, like, is that going to ruin everything for everybody? Like, are we not going to see these lower budget titles
Yeah.
because now everybody expects it to be a GTA 6 level game?
Or will people want more low budget titles because it's not going to be taking forever for the game to come out and like it's not going to be a buggy mess. It's just going to be, you know, I don't know. The first thing that came to mind is like Box Boy. I don't know if people really like Box Boy that much, but
Who has thought about Box Boy?
it's a fun puzzle game. You
It
you
came
don't
out
like
in
Box Boy?
what, 2013? Came out on the 3DS.
There's others.
There
There's
is one
actually
on
one
the
for
there's one
Switch,
on the
isn't there?
Switch. There's one on the Switch.
Yeah.
It's Box
But
Boy
I don't
and
know.
Box
I'm
Girl,
just
I
saying,
think.
like, it's going to be so easy for indie developers to come into the scene. I think because it their games are going to be priced lower.
Yeah, well, that's another like so with these games being priced higher, like $80 seems to be it's gonna be coming in. Like
Yeah.
Xbox already announced that
Hmm.
they're raising the price, and like I saw this interview with uh the guy from Borderlands 4, and they asked him like what is the game going to cost, and he's like, I don't know. The publisher might want it to be what, you know, Nintendo and Xbox are pushing at
Hmm.
80. So
Hmm.
I think $80 games are here to stay, and I don't know if that means less people are going to buy $80 games and buy more smaller titles and indie titles, or if that means people are going to buy the $80 game and skip out on the lower price games because they don't have the money to afford both.
Yeah.
But like I mean, it's also really interesting because there are lower budget games that just came out, right? There's Oblivion Remastered, which was
Hmm.
$50, and Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which is like a Game of Year contender. It's a beautiful game made by 30 people. It's $50. Like, I would love to see more titles like that, and maybe we will now that like this one's successful. Uh, but a lot of the times, I don't know. I don't know if you played a lot of AA games, but most of
Ooh,
the time they're
like what?
like,
What's your example?
oh man, just trying to think like just like lower budget. Not that I can't even think what like another AA game would have been. I don't know.
All right. Well, so I mean, you said that we were done with the console wars, but I actually have something to ask. Does Nintendo get involved in the console wars? because the only reason I say that is I saw a developer who was talking about how like he's happy that Nintendo is going in this direction. However, it does seem like Nintendo may be losing their identity a bit because they are kind of going like with better technology. Their console is priced higher. It's not as family friendly as it was. Like, yeah, you're still gonna have your Nintendo IP, so that's not leaving. But it does seem like they are trying to compete a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the pricing definitely leads me to believe that they think that it is on par with like the current gen consoles, like PS5 and Xbox Series X. Not power wise, just me like they think that it is good enough to
Hmm.
compete with those other systems.
Hmm.
And I'm really interested to see how the Switch 2 performs. Like it's hard to speculate. There's a lot of people are saying that you know it's going to flop, but then you have your pre-order numbers saying otherwise. Like maybe like the internet is weird, right? Or the
Hmm.
internet's mostly negative, so a lot of these people are saying it's going to flop to get clicks and views.
Sure.
And it's like the cool thing to hate on Nintendo right now.
Hmm.
Well, I do think I know they used to say like, oh, we don't see Xbox and PlayStation as competition, but I do think they do things to like try to show that they're better, or like they're the better option, because I think they were trying to break the console sales record, and that's why they took so long to release the Switch 2. Because we're at like
I can see that.
152 million consoles sold now, and the record Sony says is 160. So I thought that they were just kind of trying to drag along the Switch One to try to get over that record, to just be
Hmm.
like, hey, we're better than PlayStation.
Hmm.
And now I do think like with these third party titles with like Cyberpunk and Madden and Elden Ring, all these like more mature titles coming to the Nintendo Switch 2, they're trying to take market share from PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah. And I think those third parties, especially with the performance that you have seen with Switch, the Switch 1, like if they weren't interested, they wouldn't be on Switch 2.
Yeah.
But it seems like they're happy with the performance and like people playing Elden Ring on the go, that's going to be huge.
Yeah. I mean, it's not Elden Ring is not like the most intensive game. It's on PlayStation 4 and stuff, and it plays pretty well on Steam Deck. But Steam Deck is a very niche console,
Hmm.
so most of the people that own a Nintendo Switch, like they don't have a gaming PC or they don't have a Steam Deck, so this is gonna like blow their minds.
Hmm.
'Cause I remember like even with the original Nintendo Switch, being able to play a game like Breath of the Wild, like in handheld mode,
Yeah.
was incredible.
Yeah.
And I still kind of feel that with some of these games, like being able to, because like, think about when we were growing up, right? What our handheld games were. They were 8-bit pixels,
Hmm.
We had Super Nintendo or Super Mario Land, which is a fantastic game, but like
Yeah.
it's not Cyberpunk, like it's not Elden Ring. It's not like we didn't have this type of power, and that's also 30 years ago, but we didn't have this type of power to play in handheld mode, or like
Hmm.
in portably. And that is what is going to, I don't know, save the Nintendo Switch 2, but that is gonna like make the Nintendo Switch 2 not flop.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
Nintendo still owns the handheld market. Like even with these handheld PCs or like, these mobile PCs,
Mhm.
Nintendo still owns it. And that's why you're seeing like rumors of PlayStation wanting to release a handheld console, and there was just a leak for an Xbox handheld.
Yep.
So they see the market there, and like Nintendo owns the handheld market. I mean, I know not everybody plays Switch and handheld, but I would say like 50, it's probably 50-50 handheld users and docked users.
Yeah.
That and Nintendo's IP, like you can't compete. Like PlayStation and Xbox can't compete with Nintendo's IP.
Oh no, absolutely not. Like, and I'm not trying to be like a fanboy in saying that, but like their Nintendo's IPs are just too iconic. You know, I feel like a lot of people know when you see a picture of Mario, when you see a picture of Link, when you see a picture of Pikachu, when you see a picture of uh Animal Crossing at this point, like you know that it's Nintendo.
Yeah,
Pikachu, just so we clear everything up, is Game Freak. I get that. It's the Pokemon company.
but it's
But
it's like Nintendo. It's a
yes.
Nintendo exclusive, like or mobile too, but whatever. Uh, but Pokemon is Nintendo exclusive, so I always see it as and everybody sees that as a Nintendo
Yeah.
IP.
But I think if you were to show like a picture of Joel or a picture of Nathan Drake, I don't know, maybe Astrobot at this point.
Yeah, Astrobot's probably their new one, but they don't have a 30-plus-year-old IP that is recognizable. When you think about Nintendo's IP, Mario is 35 or 40 years old. Uh, uh, Zelda 40, almost 40 years old. Donkey Kong 40
Yeah.
years old.
Yeah.
Kirby's 30. Metroid's 40. Like their IP are so ingrained in the video game space that like PlayStation, yeah, what are PlayStation's IP? I mean, you have The Last of Us, but that's done, right?
I think Alloy is probably the closest that you get to, well, Alloy and like Kratos.
Yeah, and well, Horizon's still going.
Yeah.
God of War is still going supposedly, but like Last of Us is done, Uncharted's done. We haven't seen. Ratchet and Clank's still there, but like that's not a big one.
Okay, well, hold up. Excuse me. I think the only one that like average gamers, no, let's just say average people on the street, if you ask them to like recognize a PlayStation character at this point, it would be Spider-Man.
I can see that, yeah. Or Kratos.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, you can't even say like Crash Bandicoot anymore. You can't
Yeah, no,
say
I mean that's not a Sony IP.
you can't say
That's owned by,
Spyro.
doesn't Activision own Crash
Yeah,
and Spyro?
yeah,
So
yeah,
technically, that's Xbox right now.
yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, no, play. And there was an interview. I didn't see what it said, but it was talking about PlayStation All Stars, which was or
Mhm.
PlayStation All Star Battle Royale, whatever the heck it was called. It was
Yeah.
the Smash clone
Mhm.
with uh, PlayStation IP, and I remember that game, and I remember the characters in that game, and like it was Fat Princess was one of them, and Isaac from Dead Space. They just had
Okay.
random, just like I know Smash has some random ones, but it has your Nintendo staples. It has Mario, it has Peach, it has Donkey Kong, Ganondorf, Link. It has all the standard Nintendo IP, the most recognizable ones.
Yeah.
And PlayStation Battle Royale just didn't work because they don't have that many iconic IP. And if you want to take it further, like Microsoft or Xbox has even less. It has
Mhm.
Master Chief. That's it.
There's got to be more. Gears of War.
Yeah, but I mean, like some of these. Well, I guess the IP is coming back now, but like Gears of War was stagnant for how many years?
Yeah.
But like, what you're gonna be like? Oh, Marcus Phoenix, yeah. Like these are just dudes. Like what I think of like Nathan Drake and Joel and Marcus
Yeah.
Phoenix, like they're just dudes. They're not like video game. I understand they are iconic, I guess, but like they're not
They're not
Mario iconic.
Yeah, they're not cartoony looking.
Yeah,
That's like what you're expecting. I mean, I still think they count as like iconic
yeah, I
characters
agree. I
if
agree.
if you're in the gaming scene. I think if you're not in the gaming scene, you probably don't know who they are, let alone that like you don't know the name. You're not going to know who they are.
I do hope. Speaking of Microsoft and Xbox, I do hope, and I think it's going to happen. I hope they bring their titles to the Switch too, like Forza Horizon and Gears of War. I'm actually really surprised that they haven't announced it yet. I don't understand why they wouldn't have.
Yeah. I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised
And
that it hasn't
Oblivion?
happened during Switch. Like Xbox and Nintendo always seem so buddy buddy.
Well, they
And
do have a
then
couple. They do have a couple.
well, I guess Xbox was more buddy buddy with Nintendo than Nintendo with
yeah,
Xbox, but
yeah, you never go the other way. Nintendo doesn't
yeah.
go the other way. Same with
Yeah.
PlayStation. PlayStation doesn't go the other way either. I mean, they do have a
Dude,
couple.
oh my god, if Astrobot came to Switch too.
It would sell like stupid amounts, stupid amounts.
Yeah. Yep.
But I mean, I get it would be like putting Mario on PlayStation. Wouldn't make sense. Like their mascot, which Astrobot's probably their mascot now.
Yeah, I would say so. And like I think Astrobot did a good job of showing all the different PlayStation IP. Like you really have to know PlayStation in order to know them.
It
But
was
it
like a love
was
letter. Like with all the
yeah.
bots, it was like a love letter to PlayStation IP. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed Astrobot. I thought it was great. It was great. I would love to have a game like that for Nintendo. Like
Mhm.
I know 3D Mario is phenomenal, but something that just really celebrates the Nintendo history. Like the whole thing of Astrobot, your ship is a PlayStation 5. Like
Yeah.
you're building
Yeah.
a PlayStation 5 as your ship. You're collecting all these bots, these other bots that are other IP from PlayStation's history. It's
Mhm.
really cool. I wish we would have something like that. I guess Smash is probably that for
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Yeah,
Now it's a little
especially
bit
Smash
bigger.
Ultimate.
Now it's a little bit bigger. Man, talking about this, I'm just excited for Switch 2. I'm just ready for Switch 2
Me
to
too.
be out.
I
Like,
think I still want to talk about it, but the more that we are talking about it, I think PlayStation wins the console war, and
yeah,
I think Nintendo wins the handheld war.
yeah,
That is going to start. Like it's going to happen.
yeah. It would. I think PlayStation. I mean, the rumor is they're going to release a PlayStation 6 in the next couple of years with like a handheld counterpart. But what's wild to me is I don't know how they're going to support both
Mhm.
because they barely support PlayStation 5.
Well, what's the numbers on and I'm losing the name, but the PlayStation like the portable
The
that you have.
Portal. I
What
don't
is
know
it?
what the numbers are, but apparently it's pretty successful. Like
The
for
Portal?
their standards, yeah, the Portal.
Yeah.
Yeah. As like a accessory, it's just a Wii U gamepad essentially,
Right.
but you need a PlayStation 5 to play it. But if they have a dedicated handheld and a dedicated console, like that's what
Mhm.
cooked Nintendo with the Wii U. Like
Yeah.
they couldn't support both.
hmm
I'm actually like the Wii and DS were kind of incredible because they were at the same time. But
hmm
I don't think I've been getting a lot of comments about how they wish Nintendo did a dedicated home console as opposed to the hybrid and then have like a dedicated handheld. And I'm like, they can't do that. They
hmm
can't support it. I mean, they probably can. They just have to hire more people,
I
get
just
more
think it worked.
studios.
It worked out better for them to just do.
Just focus on one thing.
Yeah.
And we'll see if this thing flops, if the Switch 2 flops and it's not selling games and consoles, they're going to shift real quick because that's what
hmm
they did with Wii U. They turned that around real quick. They turned that, it was like 4 years.
Mhm.
that thing lasted. But yeah, I think PlayStation has always been, ever since it was in the market, I think it's always been the highest selling home console.
Mhm.
Like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, 3, 4.
PlayStation 2, obviously, for the DVD
Yeah, for
player.
the DVD player. But it
Yeah.
also introduced like GTA, and we had,
Yeah.
as a console, it was still good.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3, I think eventually, like, they had the whole debacle about like get a second job,
Hmm.
and it was losing to Xbox 360 for a while, but I think it like flipped by the end of it. I think the PlayStation 3 overtook it, and then PS4, blew up.
Yeah.
PS5 is doing well. So I think PlayStation has like that hardcore gamer, console gamer on lock.
Hmm.
And now Xbox, a lot of people are dogging on them for like getting out of the console space, but it's probably the right move. Uh, it's kind of, we've seen Sega do it, and now we're seeing Xbox do it.
It just kind of seems like even PlayStation is making more moves with their IP. Like I know that Xbox is like giving away their IP basically for anyone that wants to play, and so that opens up the door for new fans. If say you have this console, like yeah, you can also play the IP on this, but PlayStation is making movies right now, and like I think I don't know if they're doing more, but like right now they have The Last of Us, they've had um Uncharted, they had Forza or not Forza,
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo. Yeah. So like I haven't seen Gran Turismo. You said that you saw
It's
it.
pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's like, it's not like based on the game. It's based on
Uh,
a person, like a real life person that
who played the
who
game?
played the game and became like an actual racer, like an actual car racer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Race car driver.
race car driver. There we go.
There it is.
That's it.
But yeah, so I mean, whether their shows and movies are good or not, like at least they are trying to get their IP seen by other means necessary. Where like I think Nintendo is doing theme parks and movies and collaborations. Um, it just seems like they're trying different ways for you to see what they own.
Yeah, I mean Nintendo is definitely, I'm going to the theme park a week and a half. Next Friday? Yeah, next Friday.
Hmm.
I'll be there. And yeah, they have the movies like Mario and Zelda, and who knows what else we're gonna get movie
Yeah.
wise. But I think they're smart with what they're doing with their IP. They want to hold it close to their chest like they always have. So they're not
Hmm.
going to put Mario on other platforms, but they're going to have Mario movies to get more people to experience it.
Hmm.
Um, and PlayStation, I think, is trying to emulate them a little bit to go into the more media markets like TV and movies. And Xbox is taking a different approach. They're trying to. I think what they're trying to do is get people to remember their IP, like get people to remember the people that went from Xbox to PlayStation and never came
Yeah.
back, but like they still loved Gears of War. So they want to remind them like, hey, Gears of War is awesome.
I guess Fallout is like the only project I can think of.
Yeah, and it's weird that because Xbox was just buying studios, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fallout is Bethesda, um, and yeah, I mean it still benefits
It's under
Xbox.
the umbrella. Yeah.
And Fallout's a fantastic show. I love that show, and it got announced that the second season is coming in December, and then I think they already renewed it for season 3.
Yep.
So we have Fallout for them. The Halo show, they tried it, wasn't
Oh, I
great.
forgot about that. Yeah.
I think there's been talks of a Gears of War movie for a long time.
And like Dave Bautista wants to play.
Yeah,
Um,
Marcus. Now, I mean,
yeah.
he could probably be old Marcus. He's a little too old for young Marcus or Emergence or whatever.
Horizon is going to compete, I think, with Legend of Zelda.
A
Zelda's
movie?
interesting though. Yeah,
I didn't know they were
yeah.
doing a movie.
I'm pretty sure they announced a movie. I'll double check,
You know
but
what's interesting about Horizon, like that IP, they are trying to make that their like tentpole IP. Like we have, oh, you froze. No, you're back.
oh yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's fine. But like they have how many titles with it that are not just Horizon? Like they have Lego Horizon. They
Yeah,
have the VR titles.
yeah.
What's interesting to me is they're using Horizon as their tempo title as opposed
Mhm.
to like something like Astrobot. Like Astrobot would work perfectly with Lego.
Well, I feel like they probably are shifting gears on that, especially after winning Game of the Year.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see like a bot cart come out soon.
Oh, honestly, that's kind of fire.
I know. I think like I'm not like I'm not. I wouldn't be upset with it, but it's just like I could see them doing an Astrobot kart racer,
Yeah.
or what else could they do with them? Like they have like sports titles. They could have like a MLB The Show with
Uh huh.
Astrobot in it or something. Like
Uh huh.
they could do some really cool things with Astrobot. I hope they do. It used to be Sackboy. They used to do things with Sackboy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
there was a little Big Planet kart racer,
I think you're right. That does sound familiar.
but now they're shifting away from Sackboy. Even though they did have a little Big Planet on PS5, which I don't know. PlayStation is interesting with how they choose what IP they want to focus
Mhm.
on. They're like all over the place. Just pick one and stick with it.
I mean, even though it won Game of the Year, how well did Astrobot do with their audience?
With their audience, like sales wise, you mean?
Yeah.
I remember it was like 1.5 million before the Game Awards, which is not a lot when you compare it
Right.
to their other stuff.
Hmm.
So it says Astrobot has now sold more than 2.3 million copies.
Which is still not
It's still
great, but
not
I
like
mean, like, that's okay
that's
for
less
them.
than Metroid. If you're selling less than Metroid and you're gonna make that your tentpole title, you got to do more. I mean, so Astrobot, PlayStation's audience is not what it used to be, not what it was back in the 90s. It's not Spyro, it's not
Mhm.
Crash, it's not those 3D cartoony platformers anymore. It's their more mature titles like Last of Us and Kratos and uh, Uncharted and Ghost of Tsushima, which is fine. That's great, but they're trying to, and I think they're going to try to use Astrobot to kind of break back into that more family friendly audience that like Nintendo has locked down right now, right? Nintendo has the
Right.
casuals and like the families locked down, and PlayStation has like the hardcore gamers locked down. So they're trying to get a piece of that pie, and it's just, and now Nintendo's going after the hardcore gamers with an exclusive From Software game.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think oh, just to update you, Horizon Zero Dawn film confirmed collaboration between PlayStation Studios and Columbia Pictures.
Nice. I hope it does well.
I do too, man. I think that IP is pretty solid.
I
It just is unfortunate that it's always competing with Zelda or another like
Ones that come out
tentpole
like
game.
the week before. The week before the Zelda movie.
It came. I know, right? Like it. The first game came out during Breath of the Wild. The second game, it came out
It's Elden
during.
Ring.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a
I feel.
week. It was like a few weeks or a week before Elden Ring. It's
Yeah,
like,
I feel so bad for that IP.
rough.
And then Lego Horizon, I feel like was also competing with something at the time,
Oh, yeah, I don't.
or
What
it
I think it
had
was just
one
like.
week. Oh no, it was it came out 1 week before Echoes, which I mean, Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah,
I don't know how well that did, but still,
4 million sold 4 million.
yeah, more than Metroid.
uh, well, I just looked up how much Horizon Zero Dawn sold. 24 million copies.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why
why.
it's their.
That's why. I understand now.
Yeah.
The sequel sold 8.4 million.
Ooh.
That's a big hit.
Yeah.
But it released pretty early on the PlayStation 5, but I think it was cross generation.
What did the VR sell?
5 copies. How many headsets did the I don't even know what that was
Yeah,
called.
right.
Call of the Wild, I think.
Yeah, something
Call of
like
the
that.
Mountain. Call of the Wild, like Breath of the Wild. Hold on. I don't
Anything?
want sales. I just want numbers.
Hmm.
This one might not even have it.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I can't.
I don't know.
It said Call of the Mountain sold 6,000 physical copies during the first week that's in Japan. But
I think the conversation around console wars can be pretty negative, but it is necessary. Like that is why we have competition. And if there is no competition, that's a bad thing.
yeah, that's definitely a bad thing. So if Xbox goes away, that opens up PlayStation to do whatever they want.
Mhm.
Like they can make their next box $1,000,
Mhm.
and everybody's gonna be like, "Well, it's all we could buy." That like
guess.
for that experience, like that's all we could buy.
Or you just don't. Like
Or you don't, yeah.
that's so much money where like it's like collecting art, like that's where we're getting at. It's like you just hang it up on the wall and then you get to talk about it every once in a while. But how often are you actually like appreciating it and like playing these games? And I don't know, like there's a lot of PlayStations I think that have collected dust because their big IPs come out what like every 2 years maybe.
2 years, you're giving them that much credit? Or you're just talking about
I,
like they're releasing a game every 2 years?
I'm trying to just
They release like
figure out.
one of their like PlayStation Studios games like a year, I would say. Like this year, we're getting Ghost of Yotei.
That's this year. I thought that was next
Yeah,
year.
no, it's this year. I think it's October.
That's not competing with. Really?
Yeah, it's October, I think.
Oh damn.
And then last year was Astrobot. And then next year might be the Naughty Dog game. We also get Death Stranding.
I bet you that Naughty Dog game doesn't come out until 2027.
It's probably not coming out until PS6.
Intergalactic, is that what it was called?
Yeah, Intergalactic. Yeah, I mean, it is tough to be like a PlayStation fan because you're right. Their games don't come out like. I mean, when Last of Us Part 2 came out 2020, I think. So your next, so even like you're not getting another Last of Us, but your next title from that development studio isn't for 7 years. That's like waiting for a 3D Mario for 8 years. At least Nintendo releases their like more than one of their IP a year.
Hmm.
Like we're getting Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, Metroid, a Zelda, a new
Well,
IP.
don't count Zelda.
Okay.
Zelda's not new.
Why isn't that new?
Zelda Breath of the Wild?
No, I'm talking Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you
I
could
mean,
count
that's a
that.
third party game, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's exclusive.
Yeah.
Pokemon. Like we're getting we we feast with Nintendo with their IP. We
Mm-hmm.
get them so often.
Hmm.
And there's still stuff that we don't know about. Like I'm sure that we're going to see stuff in June that we don't know
Yeah.
about. They just want to
Yeah.
get through the launch and get us buying the Mario Kart, get us buying the Donkey Kong.
Hmm.
But PlayStation, we're 5 years in to the life cycle of the PS5.
It does seem like you do get an experience, right? That's pretty much. I guess you could say that with any video game, but with PlayStation, even though it does take that long, you do have really great graphics. There's a lot of cutscenes, which I know you have opinions on, and people just want to play games, but it does look nice. Like they're very story driven games, and if you're into that, then I do think it's probably worth the wait. But that is a long time to like just have a what is it $500 console?
Yeah. And then if you want to get the Pro, it's 700.
Yeah,
I mean, third party titles, I carry them.
yeah.
Like, like Doom is coming out this week. I bought Doom. Uh, I was gonna wait for the Switch 2 version, but I don't know if that's coming out. I'm assuming it
Mhm.
is. But I have it on Game Pass, and I upgraded to play 3 days early.
Hmm.
So I mean, it has Doom. Indiana Jones just came out.
Yep.
Forza is on it. Gears of War is on it. Call of Duty. These are all Xbox. These are all Microsoft
I know,
published titles.
and I mean you're not wrong. Like it does help, but when you do think about like the brand itself, is that a good example of using your brand?
I don't think people care. I mean, I think there are people like us that are kind of tuned in
Hmm.
to what PlayStation actually makes versus what Capcom makes.
Hmm.
Like people probably think PlayStation makes Final Fantasy. Like they're probably like, oh, that's because
Yeah,
it's exclusive most of the time.
most of the time. Yeah. Kingdom
Uh,
Hearts. You know what? Kingdom Hearts. That might be. I mean, it's Square Enix. I'm doing the exact same thing you just said with Final Fantasy, but that might be one that people know more than some of these other IPs.
yeah, because I mean they probably grew up playing Kingdom Hearts on their PlayStation 2, and I think it was really only on PlayStation for a while, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And I mean you can play it on Switch.
yeah. Cloud.
Cloud. I wonder if they're gonna come out with a native version
Hmm.
with the Switch 2. They should. I mean, it should have been native on the Switch 1.
Do you think Avengers are going to be in Kingdom Hearts?
Oh, which Avengers?
I feel like you have to go. Oh, come on, the original. It's okay. Let me go on a little side tangent.
About how they
I
spoiled the movie like a
I have
day
not.
after it came out.
It was like 3 days later. It does have me curious though, because I'm like,
Oh, you didn't see it? You didn't see
what's
it?
what's this about? I know. I mean, I don't have time right now to
Yeah,
see
that's
it.
true. I get it. Yeah, we saw it, and then we saw it the night of, and it
Yeah,
was like the next day, or maybe it was probably over the weekend. We saw the promo material. Like, why would they do that?
3 days later. It wasn't even a week.
Yeah.
But then I don't know if you've seen that billboard recently.
Oh no, I haven't seen it.
It's Stitch just like breaking through.
Oh, okay. I
So
did
I'm
see
like,
like yeah they've been promoting Stitch
yeah.
like at Thunderbolt showings.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's kind of clever. I like that.
I do they have Or Star Wars would be cool. I don't know if they have Star Wars
They,
in Kingdom Hearts.
they
Or
no,
they confirm
they
that?
they teased it. Yes.
Okay. Kingdom Hearts, I mean, when did that get announced? Kingdom Hearts 4. It was a long time ago.
Oh my goodness, that had to 2018 maybe.
Is it that long ago?
'Cause
No
I feel
way.
like I feel like it was during their PlayStation E3 where they made
Hold
people
on.
go to different
Oh, that was a
tents.
stupid E3. Hold on. No, it could
I
have
like
been
the
that.
idea
It could have
behind.
been that long ago.
I think it was 2018, man.
It was formally announced in 22. April
Oh,
10th,
22.
22.
My bad. Was 2018 Kingdom Hearts 3?
No, because it's when did Kingdom Hearts 3 came out a long time ago.
Yeah, I feel like I just remember seeing Frozen in like
Well, maybe
2018 or
they didn't
something.
they oh, it did. You might be right. Kingdom Hearts 3 came out in 2019.
Okay.
I thought it was way before that. I used to have a friend, he loved the Kingdom Hearts series,
Yeah.
and I was like, I want to play them, but I don't really want to play all of them. Like, do I have
Uh-huh.
to play all of them? And
Uh-huh.
he's like, yeah, everything is canon. I'm like, there's so many stupid spin-offs. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
if it's all
Uh,
canon.
there's a YouTuber I like to watch. It's Eddie Burback, and he had his guest Drew Gooden on there, and they were talking about just the Kingdom Hearts story and how it's one of the greatest games, but also one of the most confusing storylines to
Wait,
follow.
hold on. I have something actually.
Okay. I guess for the listeners too, I posted this on Twitter. I'm learning Japanese, and I learned that Sora means
I'm learning
sky. And
Japanese. I'm learning Japanese.
yeah,
I
I
really
learned what
think
that's
so.
I learned what that song is about. I'll tell you later after the show. It's not good.
I have them.
Oh, you do have them,
Yeah,
and you have not played them?
I've not played them.
I feel like as a Disney fan, you would enjoy them.
What one is this? So this one's called Kingdom Hearts: The Story So Far.
Uh-huh.
This is. You want to know what's in this?
What?
All right, so it's Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 358/2 Days, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts Recoded, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance HD. There's Kingdom Hearts Point 2 Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts Black Cover. There's 9 games on this.
And I feel like it is more confusing than the Fast and Furious titles.
Like, I don't. What are the actual games? So I'm guessing Kingdom Hearts Final Mix and Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix are like the two main ones.
All I know is we are going to get somebody who is going to comment. If they are even listening at the end of this show, we are going to get a lore dump.
Actually, I think I also bought all these games. Always go on sale. They always go on sale. Like, you could probably get Kingdom Hearts 3 for like $10. And I remember every time I see them on a shop, I'm like, I kind of want to play this game. I kind of want to finally actually play this game. So I pick them up. I pay like $20 to buy. I think I have them like 3 times over, and I have yet to even start one because I'm too nervous. I don't even know if I have anything that can play these right now
Yeah.
because it's PlayStation 4 and I have a discless PlayStation 5, so I'm cooked. But anyway, Kingdom Hearts. We should just do a whole. But like, I don't. Why am I so afraid to play them? Because I don't care about lore anyway.
Yeah. But I think it's the fact that you would have to sit through it and you're like, well, I have no idea what is going
I don't want
on. It's
to.
kind of
I also don't. People are gonna get pissed about this if they're still listening. But I don't like playing old games like that I've never played before. Like a game on PlayStation 1 is just not fun. Like it would not be fun for me to play. Or is this place? I guess PlayStation 2.
So wait, are you going to play Wind Waker again, even though you've already played it. It's a GameCube game. Well, hold up. So you're collecting all of these GameCube games just for the collection of it, but you
Yeah, how
weren't
much
going
have
to
I played
play
of it?
them.
0.
Yeah. So are
I
you
mean, but
going
they're
to play
games that
Wind?
I've played before, though.
Are you going to
Like,
play Wind Waker on the go?
probably, yeah. At least start it.
But you won't finish it. I don't even. You know what? I don't even think you're going to play it. I think
Keep
I
calm.
think you'll download the app and then you won't even touch it.
I actually, I've been accumulating platinum points. I'm over 1,000 now. It's like the highest balance I've had in a very long time because they have like Kirby icons. I don't want that crap. But I've been doing some challenges, and the one was like play Donkey Kong Country 3. So I loaded that up. I'm like, oh, this is pretty fun. I played one level. Oh, yeah, this is pretty
See?
fun. I'll never play it again.
Do you have a favorite Disney series?
Disney series.
Like a movie or yeah.
I used to love Hercules.
Oh, that's in Kingdom Hearts.
I know Hercules.
I couldn't
I
tell
know
you
the
which
Pirates of
one.
the Caribbean are in here too.
Yeah.
Oh, Monsters
Was
Inc.
that-
Frozen. Big Hero 6 is in here. Oh yeah, Hades. There it is. Hades is like a main character in this, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love the Go the Distance song.
Hmm. Oh, fantastic.
I think they're doing a live action.
I wouldn't doubt
They're
it.
definitely doing a live action. Just when, you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting Stitch. Stitch is like what this
Is
soon,
it
right?
next week? 2 weeks?
What's your
I think it's the
favorite
25th.
Disney series or
Uh,
movie?
probably. I don't know. I do like Aladdin.
Whoops. No, that series. No.
What's her favorite?
It was
Disney
no. It was about
series?
horror movies. It wasn't Disney movies. Horror movies. Yeah. Siri, no. Not gonna.
I know we're getting on a tangent, but have you heard of? I think it's Tomorrowland or Day After
Stop.
Tomorrow, or something. Anyway, it's this horror film that was filmed in Disney without Disney's permission.
I have not heard that.
And when
Sure, that's
Disney
gonna go
found
over
out,
well.
well, when Disney found out about it, they didn't do a single thing because they thought if they went after them, that just gives them the attention that they wanted.
Yeah, but they're not gonna. Are they gonna release this thing?
Oh, it's already released.
Oh, is it?
It was just a homemade video that somebody made at Disney. I'll see if I can find the name of it real quick while we wrap things up. But yeah, I don't know. I guess just kind of to go back to our conversation. If people were more chill about the console wars, it wouldn't be such a bad thing.
I know. Like, can't we
But
all
as-
just get along?
Like we're all playing games. It should be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. There's just pointless things that don't even matter. Like a lot of people
Yeah.
are comparing the Switch 2 graphics to the PS5 Pro. It's like, yeah, of course the PS5 Pro is going to look better. That's not the point.
Hmm.
I do think
Um,
for the Switch 2, a lot of people are forgetting that it is a hybrid console and a lot of this stuff is going to be portable.
If anyone is interested, the movie is called Escape from Tomorrow.
Oh, is it all based in Tomorrowland?
It tells the story of an unemployed father having increasingly bizarre experiences and disturbing visions on the last day of a family vacation at Walt Disneyland or at visions on the last day of a family vacation at the Walt Disney World Resort. It premiered in January at the 2013 Sundance Film Festival and was later a personal selection of Roger Ebert, shown at his 15th annual film festival in Illinois. The film was a 2012 official selection, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Legal issues and asked that it not be screened. So I guess there were some legal issues, but at the same time, like it's 90 minutes. So I don't know. If you want to check it out, that is a thing.
If you have 90 minutes to burn and you hate yourself.
Well, what are your closing thoughts, I guess, on console wars?
I think it's good to have competition. I think it would be really bad if we only had one console, or one. If PlayStation actually wins and everybody else goes out of business, would not be good for us as gamers. I'm interested to see how Xbox moves forward, if they're going to have a box or if they're just going to publish stuff. And Nintendo's always on top.
And if we don't have competition, then you're the only one that is selling chocolate, and there's no other people that can compete with you. I'm trying to just wrap it back to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I said that we would get there.